this is Sin. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple sticker from clip art. So a couple of prerequisites is that you already have to have the clip art. And so one suggestion is keep the clip art right on your desktop in a PNG format or a JPG format or an SVT format. And then you can simply drag the clip art right onto your Silhouette page. Now, this particular video, I'm only going to go through the very basics of tracing and preparing a piece of clip art. And so I have a little coffee cup here. I'll make that a little bit bigger. And I'm going to show you quickly how to trace that coffee cup. Select the little toast on the right hand side, that's your trace box. Choose select trace area and then your mouse will turn into a crosshair and you can highlight the whole entire area. Now the next step is to make sure you increase the threshold and notice that it finds the image itself. Select outline and then trace outer edge. And now you can see that you have a simple trace around the perimeter of the cup. Now there's another step here to make sure that you cut properly. For cutting, you would go to the send choice and you want to make sure that the only line that's highlighted is the cut. Sometimes your clip art could potentially be highlighted. If you see any other red lines highlighting, make sure you click on the option and select no cut. But we're good here. The only line that's going to cut is this red line around the perimeter of the cup. Then I go to design. I can put those back together. Now one trick when you're putting things together, you can highlight the whole area, go to object, align center middle, and it should line it up just perfectly within your cut line. Or you could do it by eyeball. Alright, now you need to group them together. All you do is take your mouse and roll it over both images, highlight the whole thing, right mouse click, select group. Now your cut line and your image is one image. Then you can make a bunch of stickers if you wish. So I'm just going to hit the icon. I'm going to say Control C and then Control V, and all of a sudden my image is now multiplying. So one word of caution when you're cutting a simple sticker, place your stickers below the square hash mark and below the checkered boxes. I don't know if you can see them, they're very faint. If you print too or try to cut too close to the hash lines and too close to the checkered boxes, your cuts will be off. So I always say come down just a hair below those lines and then you can arrange them. To arrange your cut, if you wish, you can highlight them all and you can say object align top and they're all aligned equidistant from the top row. You could also highlight them again and say align horizontally and you get a nice set of row. The other thing you can do is highlight them all and say group and you can make a bunch of fours. So once they're grouped, if I say Control C and Control V, I can now make a bunch of other images. I could fill up this whole entire page. I want to go to the send box and check my cut lines and make sure I have a nice clean red line around the perimeter of each cup. And then I'll be ready for my print and my cut. So to print, you simply go to File, Print. Make sure you set your preferences. And depending on the printer that you have, I usually like to do either a business document if it's matte or a photo printing if it's glossy. Usually I use glossy for something like a coffee cup. Make sure you select 8.5 by 11 and high quality in your print settings. You'll say okay. You'll print your cup, which I'm not going to do. You'll get a nice print. Then you'll arrange your entire photo page on your mat. When you're ready to cut, you'll load it into your Cameo. You'll hit send. And I want you to take notice of my Kiss Cut setting. Now, interestingly, whether I'm using glossy photo paper, clear photo paper, or matte sticker paper, I use the same setting. And I get a clean Kiss Cut every single time. So please make a quick note that the speed I have is on 1, the force is on 4, and the pass, 14, and pass is 1. So you can see 1, 4, 14, 1. 1, 4, 14, and 1. And you can use just your auto blade. I'm actually using an auto blade, although for some reason it keeps saying ratchet blade, but I told it was an auto blade. And then I pre-saved my material under a preset, so you can have your own preset here. So your Kiss Cut paper is always preset, and you can just select it, and you're good to go every single time. All right, I hope that helps. Happy planning, and thank you for joining me.